It is a UFC fight week for the White House card, and Islam Mackhachev openly hates gays.
No.
Could you believe it?
No way.
He openly came out as a hater of the gay community.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I was kind of talking about this unless there's new news. Yeah. And that he can't fight Marco Morales because it's haram. You can't touch him because that the gay might come through his pores.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how gay Morales is. It's strange. I don't understand how they don't see it, but he is openly gay, right?
It's getting to the point where it's a little bit exhausting because I feel like we're in a day and age where it's like you would think people would be eager to embrace that and talk about it, and the UFC would like, now there's a new market. They have the gay market. Like there's always certain markets they're trying to crack, and it's almost like whether it's maybe a combination of both the UFC and the fan base that are like, no, let's not talk about it. It's almost the kind of thing where like people are talking about it as like trying to clown on him, and then the fans are like, no, don't say he's gay. But again, that's why it's confusing, because I feel like everyone's always like, yeah, he's gay and proud of it. So what? I don't know. I don't know how he feels about it. I don't know if he's confused about it. I don't know if he's trying to not be gay until after the Mackhachev fight.
Yeah, it's weird because his style happens to be the most homoerotic style that you could have, laying on another man and grinding, right? So it's kind of hypocritical that he doesn't like gay people. But this is gay month, right? It's Gay Pride Month, I'm pretty sure, June, right?
I think so. I went and bought a pair of Dickies the other day, and they were trying to make me donate money. Every time I try not to buy anything in June.
Okay.
I lose like half my income trying to donate to people. I don't know. Nobody asked me any other month. I'm not going to get into that. I'm telling you, bro, I don't even want to go to the store and buy anything. I get all this peer pressure. And then if I say no, they're like, oh, you hate gay people? And I'm like, I didn't say that.
Yeah, it's like they set traps. So, yeah, look at this. Now, we're going to be talking a lot of the UFC White House stuff. But Islam Mackhachev on LGBTQ and consequences of speaking negatively about it in the USA. Yes, there could be consequences if you express your views on this matter. But I'm not afraid of those consequences because my religion, my culture, and my country are against it. And so am I. Dun, dun, dun! Wow. It's a hard stance on it, huh?
I did touch on, so I don't know if this was something different than what I was talking about the other day in the video. I don't know if you have a similar take. I do think it's fascinating. And I'm currently in a state of shock and awe when, how do I want to put this? You know how there's like always people in different parts of the world. Like, let's say the UK. I feel like that's a safe one right now. No one's denying that. Let's say the UK, they're having like an influx of certain types of individuals. And there's a core of people in the UK. Now, of course, the other side's finally speaking out and saying, stop it. What are you guys doing? But there's enough people in the UK in power that are saying, bring them on, bring them in. Let's have them. And a lot of the time, the people that are welcoming them with arms wide open don't realize that once they get there, they're going to implement a law to kill all those people. Like the people that are welcoming them in are the kind of people that they would stone to that they don't want. Right? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of these bleeding heart type of people, like, let them in. Why are you so mean? Why are you doing this? As soon as they get here and impose the type of law that they want to live with, these people aren't even going to be around anymore. So it's like, how are you guys not So you're going to get mad at Mackhachev for saying what he's saying about that movement, but then say, hey, bring all your people and your law here. Like, what do you think is going to happen?
I wonder if this is why he doesn't want to fight on the White House card. Maybe it wasn't for other reasons, maybe because he was supposed to fight Ilia, and there was a injury. but maybe he thought there was going to be homosexuals at the White House.
I didn't know you fell for that propaganda. I don't think we talked about that before. Do you think that Mackhachev was hurt and it's not that Ilia was running and pretending that he wanted more money so he could dodge Mackhachev?
I think he thinks Ilia's gay. Like, he got divorced because he ran off with a guy.
Oh, I think Ilia's gay too. I don't think we've talked about that yet. I do think Ilia's gay. I've never seen... I don't think a hetero individual could ever bring himself to Manscaped to that level.
Interesting.
It's crazy.
What do you mean? Have you seen his genitals or...
No. Well, I didn't mean Manscaped in the Manscaped sponsor sense. I meant like even like his face, even his like. I was touching on it the other day. No pun intended. That like at the White House when he's outside fighting with the bugs, I don't think he's gonna fare well. This dude, I said that he seems like the kind of dude that would have Georgina killing bugs for him at home. he seems like a fancy kind of dude, doesn't he? He doesn't seem like a
he's
rough
the type of guy that could like assassinate some of the deadliest fighters in the world. But if a little cockroach crosses by, jumps on a chair, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that with Ciryl Gane too. Ciryl Gane's a big scary guy and everything like that. But for some reason, I don't know. I could see him, a mouse, I don't know.
There's just something about certain kinds of dudes. Like I feel like if you checked Ilia's bag at the airport, there'd be like too many like lotions and oils and like exfoliation like tools and stuff. Like he just seems like that kind of dude. And I don't know. I'm surprised we hadn't talked about that before. Is that something in the MMA community? Do a lot of people think that Ilia is of the homoerotic nature?
I have never really thought about it that way. Usually my gaydar goes off pretty well. Like Michael Morales, instant. I was like, whoa, okay. Hey, this guy's gay. But Ilia Topuria, I think he's just like he was raised in Spain.
Yeah, that's kind of a that's kind of a gay thing right there, in and out of itself. Did you see that one fight when he won and he was going like this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was.
He thought he got his scrub.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, you didn't. Yeah. That was interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
It's so funny. My relationship with Ilia Topuria, not sexually, but by the way, speaking of that, someone in the comments was talking about how I always talk about sex. Now, let me just.
Oh, you should hear him when we're not recording.
Yeah, I'm having sex, but But it's just like I was thinking about this and I was like, if I'm talking about a lot of heterosexual sex, I don't know. I guess that means I'm a heterosexual guy. Now, granted, we started this stream talking about gay stuff, so maybe now this guy's gonna be like, this guy always talks about gay shit. I don't know, but I mean, I'm talking about guy stuff. We're two bros talking about we're talking about guy things. I don't know what's wrong with you, dude. Anyway, so I had to address that guy. I'm all over the place. Ilia Topuria being gay was not on my bingo card. I didn't expect this one over here, but I can understand where you're coming with this. I've had a very weird relationship as a fan with Ilia Topuria because I couldn't stand him. Like when he popped off in the beginning, I was like, this guy, what is this? Overhyped, just garbage. What is this guy? And I was rooting for the guy that did all the heel hooks. What's that guy's name? He's making a comeback, I heard.
Ryan Hall?
Yeah, Ryan Hall. I like Ryan a lot. I really do. Like my wife, not so much. We would react and she would just be like, oh, this is so boring. But I thought Ryan was hilarious. He was such a goofball. And I'm not a huge jiu-jitsu guy, but watching him roll around with these guys used to make me laugh very hard. And when Ilia fought him, I was like, come on, let's go. Not Ilia. And then the Volkanovski thing happened. Okay? And Volkanovski betrayed all of us. Like people try to act like Volkanovski didn't do something horrible there. But he was supposed to win that fight. Just like Max Holloway was supposed to beat Charles Oliveira. These fighters are supposed to do this. And right there, my hatred for Volkanovski grew. And I switched to Ilia Topuria and never turned back. After the Volkanovski thing, he betrayed me. He was supposed to win that fight. Wasn't Volk supposed to win that fight?
Well, yes. I don't know if we've ever talked about it before. Volkanovski, so here's something, man, let me give a history lesson real quick. Here's something that there's going to be people watching this video that don't know this. There's going to be people watching this video, and I have to take this opportunity. There's going to be people watching this that have only seen the highlights, that have only seen the finish, that have only talked about it in the Reddit forums and stuff like that. Volkanovski clearly, easily beat Ilia in the first round of that fight. You can find it anywhere. It's a fact. You could look it up. There's stats, there's metrics. You can watch the fight. First round, destroyed him. Bloodied him up, had his face busted. Round 2, same thing. Outstruck him. Significant strikes, non-significant strikes, all accounts bloody. He had him bloody. I watched it again recently. I think I watched it on a live stream and commentated it for the people because I was going in about this. He had Ilia's face cut up and busted in 3 different areas. He's bleeding. He was looking like Nate Diaz. He was bleeding in there. Volkanovski was winning by all accounts, all measures. And then he got caught just the same way that anyone ever could get caught in any fight ever. But he was outclassing and beating Volkanovski. But what a lot of Ilia. But what a lot of people don't know, I don't even know how this was allowed. Volkanovski took that fight a little over 3 months. That fight was a little over 3 months after he got brutally concussed by Mackhachev. He should have been suspended. He shouldn't have even taken that fight. A little over 3 months from the day he got concussed. It wasn't like 3 months later he decided to go into training camp. He got brutally concussed in that Mackhachev fight, and a little over 3 months later was on the canvas in the Ilia fight. Let's go back even further. That fight with Mackhachev where he got concussed, he shouldn't even got concussed in that fight because he took that fight on 11 days notice when he was looking like Alex Pereira. He was out on the beach drinking. He was eating. He didn't even have a fight camp. He took 11 days notice, all chunky, drinking, had to do a bad weight cut, Chamoyev style. Then he got concussed. So that's there's a huge asterisk there.
Yeah. So he should have never taken that fight and done that. Neither. He shouldn't have taken it. He shouldn't take the Islam fight. I understand why he took a swing. He wanted to catch Islam in a state of training for someone else. And, I'll get my redemption here and then look like a fucking idiot. And then he goes against Ilia Topuria, and he didn't do bad. I do recall him not doing bad. But still, did you see him break down that finishing sequence? Did you see that clip of Volk?
Volkanovski broke it down?
Yeah. I think it's on.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, on championship rounds, I think you can scroll back and you'll see it. It's actually really interesting watching Volk break it down. He broke it down beautifully of how he got finished by Ilia and the things he could have done differently in that fight. Yeah, listen, Volk should have beat Ilia in that fight. He should have beat him in that fight, but he didn't. He didn't beat him in that fight, and I'll never forgive him for this. Even if he shouldn't have taken that fight, I can't forgive him. I can't do it. So he switched me to the dark side. I went to the Sith, the tea sipping, rose dropping, because when he knocked out Max and knocked out Charles, I was like, wait, hold on a second. This guy's the bad guy. I need to get on board with this guy. I'm here. I'm all in. I'm all in on the Ilia train. And Justin Gaethje made a massive mistake. Did you see Gaethje saying negative things about his ex-wife, and he would have left Ilia too, which is kind of gay, but he would have left Ilia too.
Yeah, speaking of the gay thing, I did touch on that the other day. I keep saying no pun intended, but I was talking about that the other day, how it was interesting that Gaethje took their feud and turned it into, hey, if we were a gay couple, would I stay with you? It's like, right? Why are we going there?
The fuck? Because his name is Gaethje, right? I think that's what it is. And Sean Strickland has exposed Gaethje of being a Gaethje. I've lost everything with Gaethje, man. Like I find him exciting. He's the human highlight, and I'm excited to see him compete. And if he wins and gets the upset, that'd be a beautiful story for Gaethje. With that being said, I can't wait to see him sleeping on the canvas. I can't wait to see it because Sean Strickland called him out perfectly. He called him out perfectly. This guy, this Gaethje, is a fraud, man. This guy's saying he's going to fight for our country, this and that, and he's got Ali Abdelaziz, a terrorist rat snitch, as his manager. I mean, what the? Gaethje, Justin Gaethje.
I feel like you're rage baiting me, Moss. I can't believe that people still take Strickland seriously, man. I cannot believe he will walk everything back for a paycheck. I said before that he needs to install one of those things on his belt, the beep, beep, beep. That's just the way that he operates. Nobody could take him serious. I could understand if you had someone that was 100% ride or die to the wheels fall off, money or no. I saw this dude, Victor Wembanyama or whatever. He's a basketball player. I saw this article of him. There's some soda company offering him millions and millions of dollars. And he's like, nope, I won't advertise soda because I don't want to kill kids. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't want kids drinking soda. And I'm like, dude, that kind of integrity is crazy.
Yeah.
But people, I feel like people are putting Strickland on that level. Here's what it seems like people have done with Strickland. I've seen people in my comment section say this. Mm-hmm. I've seen people who are very, very liberal say this. They said, I hate Sean Strickland. I never like him or anything that he says. I can't stand that guy. He makes me sick. Mm-hmm. But man, am I with him right now? Let's go, Sean. Like, as soon as they say one little tiny thing that you can cling on to, if it supports and promotes the cause, if it helps you do that virtue signaling, they're on board. And they eat their own. The moment he then says something against that, he's dead to them again.
Yeah, agreed.
He's gone. It's just always, where's the next echo chamber? Who can I group with? Who can I fuse my herd mentality with right now? And it's like, man, and I keep telling people, it's the source. It's just the source. I'm telling people, you could believe what you believe. If you don't like this nation, if you don't like what they're doing, if you don't like that manager, whatever. But I keep telling them, stop mentioning Strickland. He's not your guy. It doesn't help your cause if you align yourself with him because he's so flip-floppy.
Yeah.
It doesn't have, and I tell them, it doesn't have anything to do. I'm not even saying I disagree with what you're saying. But it's like, I can't even get past Strickland. This isn't the guy that you want to put everything on.
I believe that Sean Strickland did not want to go to the White House card. He never had any interest in going. I think that Sean Strickland did this on purpose so he didn't have to go to the event.
Did you see the interview where he said that him and his wife were going to go and make a vacation out of it and they wanted to go watch Alex Pereira?
I think he's full of shit. Yeah, because... think about this. Every time Sean Strickland goes to an event, like he did the Aiden Ross thing or Power Slap or whatever, he shows up. He's like, I got to get out of here. I got to get on my motorcycle, put my Nazi helmet on and get out of here. Like, he always got to leave. He's like, I don't want to be in public because I get in trouble, this and that. I have a cousin that's like that just does not want to be in public because he thinks he's always going to find himself in trouble or he just feels uncomfortable. I got to get out of here. I don't want to be here. I think Strickland is like that, where it's just like he feels the walls are closing in. I got to get out of here before I say something stupid. I got to sabotage this so I can go home in my safe space. And I believe that Sean Strickland never, like once it started getting closer to the White House, he's like, how do I sabotage this? And then this way, this will give me opportunity to put content out there, stay relevant, stay in the news.
Okay, I didn't understand what you were saying, and I agree with you. Because he is a self-sabotager. So you're saying that he was just being good old manipulative Sean Strickland, and maybe with some reverse psychology. Yeah. Like he didn't even really. Okay, I get that. Yeah. He just wanted to be able, because he just wants attention. And look, people get so mad. Because they're like, how dare you be like Chamoyev and do the thing where you're making fun of him and his dad. And he's a dude that only ever had the attention of his dad when he was beating up on him or whatever he was doing to him. So it's like he is the biggest attention, you know what, like he's on par with Nina Chama at this point. Like he's not invited to the White House. So dude, like there's so many different directions to go in. My first reaction when I saw the Sean Strickland video was, wait a minute. This guy, he's not like us. And he's not like the people watching this video right now. He is a UFC world champion. He has said he never has to fight again. He said he has money. But the first thing he does when he supposedly gets, like, this is high level stuff right here. Imagine getting a call. Like, imagine this being your life circumstances, that you're getting a call. Like, if I get a call right now, it's going to be that I need to go get some bread from the store or something like that. He got a call saying, hey, by the way, you know how you were going to come to the White House? It doesn't look like it's a good idea. You shouldn't come to the White House.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't do that. His first thing is, all right. Hey guys, so like, wait a minute, what? It's almost on par with like the people that they get. What's that?
It was a celebration that he had. He's like, this is great.
Exactly. That was what he wanted. It's like when people they get broke up with and they're like, everybody. And have you seen the video with that girl? And she's going like this on the bed. And she's saying, this is me processing like a 12-year relationship ended. And she's going like that. And people started using it as a meme template, making fun of her. She was like having an episode on her bed, like crying and shaking and stuff. His first reaction when he gets news of that magnitude is to get on here and get likes and retweets and comments and try to like round the people up and get attention. And then that's not enough. That's not enough to try to get that validation and what the one word, and I keep saying it, it's pandering. That's what he's doing to these people because he knows there's plenty of people that hate A, B, and C about the event and about certain people and all that over there. He has that built-in audience. All he has to do is activate it. So not only did he turn this on and start doing all that, in that video, that's not enough. Let's go there with a bullhorn and start making a ruckus. And now he wants to do a whole meet and greet there.
Yeah, he's not going.
And
he's not going. There's no way. There's no way he's going. Like, that was all bullshit. There's no way. Now, if he shows up with his belt and does have everyone at the gate or whatever, then okay, then I was wrong. I'll stand corrected. But I guarantee he's going to be nowhere near that event. He's going to watch it from home. He's going to make inappropriate tweets. He's going to have a little fun with it. And, he's going to be nowhere to be found over there. There's no way. He didn't want to be there.
He's going to have to make another video saying, well, I was going to go. I was just getting in the car and the Secret Service called me and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's all about attention.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And the only reason why I'm jumping on him right now is because I have this secret. I've come to grips with this. I just don't like Justin Gaethje. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Maybe it's the Down syndrome face. I have no idea what it is with him. There's something that I just cannot. I just don't get on board with, which is weird because I like the way he fights. Like, I like that car crash style. There was a moment with him and Chandler. I mean, and before that, I was like, yeah, I'm on board. But I never was fully on board with Gaethje, and I never could realize, I couldn't figure it out. Maybe he beat up my one-armed friend. Maybe that's why. I don't know. That could be it. But check this out. Hold on. This is Ilia Topuria saying, Justin crossed the line. What happened between my ex-wife and me is our business. We may no longer be together, but she is the mother of my daughter. And here we go. This is someone saying, Justin Gaethje fans 2 minutes into the Ilia Topuria fight on Saturday.
What?
Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah. You know what I see when I see that photo? I see, yeah, Gaethje knocked him out. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Maybe, possibly. I've
never liked Gaethje.
Whoa,
either.
shit.
I've never had any kind of like severe hatred toward him. I've never like wished any ill will toward him. But everybody knows, like, I'm not even gonna try to be a hypocrite. Everybody knows that, like, I don't think I've ever, I've definitely never rooted for Gaethje, and I don't think I've ever picked Gaethje to win in a fight. I've just never. And again, I've never, like, people like Adesanya, I actively dislike him. I just think no good things about him. I've never felt that way about Gaethje. I just wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
I thought he fought like a knucklehead. I thought he fought irresponsibly. Not a person I want to root for because I feel like he's just always going to lose. He's always going to do the caution to the win thing. But have you ever encountered a matchup where one of the guys you disliked so much where by default it just had you having to root for the other guy?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's where I'm at with Gaethje right now.
Yeah. No, I get it. Because if Volkanovski beat Ilia, I'd probably still be an Ilia hater. I probably would still be like, yeah, see, I told you this guy was a bum, this and that. I just don't like being wrong, right? So it's like when Ilia kept proving me wrong, I'm like, God damn it. And then after Volk, I was like, I'm in. You twisted my arm. There's certain fighters that have done that with me, where it's just like, okay, I can't hate anymore. This guy just keeps winning. Like if I keep hating, I know eventually they're gonna lose, but I'm just gonna keep looking stupid until they lose, right? So now I'm in. I'm all in. Like knocking out Holloway and Oliveira. I'm like, there's no way. Are you gonna pick Gaethje? Or are you just rooting for him?
I pick him.
Whoa!
I pick him.
All right.
Oh,
like
yeah. I don't know. And it hurts me because of some stuff I got going on right now in life. I don't think I'm going to be able to do an actual good, like I would like to, prediction video. But, man, when you go and really break down everything about them, everything they've done, all of their habits, all the things, all their strengths, their weaknesses, the things they tend to fall back on, it's not looking good for Ilia.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, do you think that?
Yeah.
Do you think that Gaethje's approach, like this approach now of saying, "Hey, I'm gonna come at you with a little heat here," like this is gonna make it interesting for the press conference? I thought the press conference was gonna be a big kumbaya, but now with Gaethje saying this kind of stuff, this makes it way more interesting. Do you think this is gonna get into Ilia's head, like these comments?
Oh, Ilia is like the perfect guy to get inside of his head. He's such an egomaniac. He's like, it's all extremes. He's the kind of dude that's just, it's like a Ronda Rousey or Conor McGregor kind of situation. They're the biggest cocky egomaniac kind of person. But the moment you penetrate that, it is a mess. It's a disaster. And it becomes so about being about emotion and overcompensation and aggression. Now I'm going to get you. I'm going to come after you. I kind of regret the Conor one. I think more Ronda where, cause Conor, I know people like to hate him, but I think he's pretty good at staying poised.
Yeah.
And sticking to a game plan. But what I meant by that was, I guess I was just focusing on the egomaniac part of it, where you see that in a lot of personalities where like Ronda Rousey and Adesanya. And Adesanya might be an even better example than Ronda Rousey, where it's all these catchphrases and things he's worked on and comebacks and quips and all that. But the moment you turn it around and you're the guy doing that now, because Ilia always has, his stupid teacup and the rose, and then he has a bunch of photos of shirtless men in his bedroom framed that he's putting roses down next to, and then he's changing his record in the bio the night before. He's celebrating with champagne on. He's that guy. He's always doing all this stupid stuff. Mm-hmm. But he thought Gaethje was just gonna be this bland vanilla, like, I'm not, whatever, I'm just here to fight, I'm not gonna do any of that. Then he does something like this, and Gaethje and Ilia's malfunctioning. And now he's going to get heated. He's going to overcompensate. He's going to get aggressive. I think this was a brilliant move by Gaethje. And I kind of feel like someone told him to do it, because this is not Gaethje.
No,
not at all. And he's always even talking about it. He was talking about this in interviews.
Ali. It's got to be Ali.
Yes. Because Gaethje was saying it. Who did he beat most recently? Oh, after Patty. After he fought Patty, he was even saying, "Yeah, if I talked a lot of trash, I'd be even more popular. I just don't do that. It's not my style. I just like to fight. Let the fight stand for itself." Like that's it's pretty good, right?
That's like Stone. It sounds like Stone Cold Gaethje right there. It's like, because Stone Cold Gaethje said so.
Oh man, yeah, I'll do some work on it. And that's the bottom line. But he's even talked about it in interviews, how I'd be more popular if I was willing to do that, but I don't care about that. I don't like to do that. It had to be Ali.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
but it's gonna work.
Gaethje's playing with house money because he's a 2-time interim champion, which you don't really see much of that happening. But I see there's a list of interim champs, which I found fascinating. I'll pull it up in a sec. But everyone's expecting him to get knocked out. You're picking him to win, but a lot of the bettors, the odds makers, whatever, are saying, "Oh, Gaethje." You and Arman Sarukian are the only two that think that Gaethje's going to win. But there are a lot of people that want to see Gaethje win because of, he is the American. It's the main event. It would be an unbelievable story if he gets this job done. MMA math is something that everyone just dismisses, right? But this is the perfect MMA math example of like if you really believe in that, which I know a lot of people don't, but if you do believe in it, man, you can't. It's hard to dismiss what Ilia's done to the people that have beat up Gaethje, you know. And it's just like when you see that happen, it's just so hard. I don't know where. The only way I could pick Gaethje is just because I want him to win, you know, which I've done a lot. I I do that a lot where I'm like, I can't root for that guy. I'm going to root for the other guy and keep my fingers crossed. I don't know, other than I think the path to the victory for Gaethje would be let's go the distance. I said this with the Patty fight. I didn't think Gaethje was going to be Patty, but I said the only way he beats this guy is go the distance with him. Outsmart him, outpoint him, get your hand raised. And that's basically what he did with Patty. In this situation, I believe the same thing. I think he's going to have to try to outsmart him, but then I don't think there is a way to outsmart Ilia. So now he's got to knock him out, right? Like, would you say that's the way you have to beat Ilia is knock him out?
Do you have a hot take sound effect?
A black man can't drink.
Does that work?
That's exactly what I was hoping for. By the way, I think I'm not sure because I was scrolling the articles fast. I think a black man drank again. So I don't know if we're gonna get to that today. Hopefully we have time for that today. Yeah. But what I was gonna say is, yes, I think that's the way. That's the route to victory for Gaethje. He has to knock him out. Here's my take. I believe that for Gaethje, Ilia is a much easier fight than Patty. Ilia has no chin. He has no chin. Who hit him? Who touched him? Max Holiday, the dude with the highest significant strike. I can't believe when people try to use that stat against me. That means he has pillow hands.
I got to watch that Charles fight again because I remember them rolling around, but did Charles hit him at all? Did Charles hit him at all? I can't remember. Like, I think he did get cracked by Charles.
I wish I could remember off the top of my beanie, but here's what I do remember. Because I watched all the Ilia fights again like a couple weeks ago. Because I was planning on doing a edited prediction video, and I was watching all the fights. Ilia gets rocked. Easy. Very easy. Now it makes sense why he was such a wrestler at the beginning. And he's even talked about it. The only reason Ilia started doing more stuff on the feet was because he wanted to try to get exciting so that he could get into the UFC and so that he could excite the fans. He always wanted to wrestle. That was his thing. When I was watching all his earlier fights, bro, it was like watching a Ryan Hall fight. It was so boring. Ilia would fake something, takedown. That was all he wanted to do. It's because he has no chin. Every time he would get rocked, and he gets head kicked a lot. He leaves that head kick open a lot. Every time he get kicked or rocked, oh man, he would turn into a wrestler fast, very fast. And Ilia has like this delusional, which I champion a lot of the times. I think people in sports should have a delusional level of confidence. That's what gets them to where they are. But you could tell when he fights, and I wrote this in my notes when I was watching all of them. He commits so it's almost like he's fighting in a video game, and he hits the combo buttons. It's like he starts throwing a combo. Yeah. What's that?
He like finishes the combinations like pop. He completes it. Yeah.
He's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
When he hits the combo, he's going to commit to it.
Yeah.
Even if it's to his detriment. And I saw him in so many fights committing to those last couple blows when it was such a bad idea to do so, and it left him off balance. It left him at a bad angle. It left him overreaching and overcommitting. And if someone like a brilliant mind like Trevor Whitman is studying the kind of combos he throws and how he commits to them and where he positions his body when he does it, all Gaethje has to do is go, just step off that angle and be ready to counter it. Because when Ilia throws, he's just, okay, I got to hit 5, 6, and 7. And Gaethje's going to be doing whatever he wants in the meantime because Ilia's just locked on it. And it's weird. If you watch him, so many times the guy's right here and he's like going so off balance.
Yeah.
And the other guy could just boom. And sometimes they do. And Ilia gets rocked and he becomes a wrestler. And it was shocking to me because I know he's a good grappler or whatever. I'm not going to act, but And you hear that a lot. His grappling's insane. It's insane. It's insane. But when I was watching a lot of his fights, even before he came into the UFC, a lot of guys gave him a lot of trouble. And then even his very first fight, he still got subs. Obviously, he was winning. He was getting subs before the UFC. His very first fight in the UFC, I think it was with Yusuf something. His very first fight, he was in so many advantageous positions grappling, looking for a submission. And it was like he just entered a whole different universe. This UFC caliber was not going to be letting him do those submissions anymore. Yeah. And this Yusuf Zalal guy, this was no Poirier. This was no Oliveira. It was just his first fight. And he tried so many different things on that dude. I think that one went to decision, right?
Zalal was the decision. Yeah, Zalal's pretty good though. Like but then that was like, man, that was 6 years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah. So,
listen, you look at his opponents, like especially the earlier days. I mean, Bryce Mitchell's a bantamweight now. Josh Emmett was even it was 23. Like that's when Josh Emmett was still like right there. Like he was close enough to have a little left. Now he's a shell of himself. But then he makes like such a huge leap with Volkanovski. Like that's a massive leap. And whatever the reasoning is for beating Volkanovski, impressive. Then knocking out Max and Charles, it's like, what? It just feels, man, there are certain fighters out there, and maybe I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid because I was a big time Ilia hater, but there is magic. I think there's a difference. Like you don't see it much in sports when you have a guy or a gal that just has it. And I hate to say this because I was an Ilia hater. I got to keep on saying that because I wasn't a Glazer from the beginning. Like Conor, I was a Glazer from day one. I fucking love Conor. Ilia, I hated him up until Volkanovski. So you're thinking it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights. I was like, please lose already. Just lose, man. Like, what are we doing? This can't be real. I'm a believer, man. I think not only is this guy a good grappler, I think his striking has gotten tremendously better from the Zalal fight all the way up into the Oliveira fight. We're seeing a way better striker. And I think this guy's got the kiss of death in his hands. And for some reason, I think now he's got this aura on top of it, which is going to be getting into fighters' heads. Gaethje already took defeat against Oliveira. He already took defeat against Holloway. I think Gaethje is like, hey, fuck it, man. I need to push this guy back. Like, that's what he's been saying. Hey, no one pushing Ilia back. Everyone's getting backed up by Ilia. I need to push him back, and that scares the shit out of me. Because if you come forward on Ilia, you're walking into a blender. So seeing him grapple, maybe he's going to shock us and try to grapple. I don't think that's a good idea. But maybe he tries to dig into the old wrestling roots and goes that route. But you could see he's trying to get that cardio up. He's saying he's going to push Ilia back. Whether we see that, do you think it's a good idea for him to march forward on Ilia? Or do you think he should stick with that game plan, like come in, then start moving around? Like the newer version of Gaethje is a more polished version than then again, Patty fight was crazy, man. That was a weird ass fight, man. It was like a good game plan, car crash, back to the good game plan. Like I didn't know what to think with that fight. I don't know what Gaethje does here. Like unless you say like the high kick, right? He sets him up and hits him with that high kick.
Gaethje throws those a lot, and he's so good at them. I mean, the level at which Gaethje throws those and how often Ilia seems to get caught with those is going to be a bad combo for Ilia. But I've been saying it. I think if Gaethje fights Ilia like he fought Fiziev, that's a bad night for Ilia.
You're right. That's the one fight on Gaethje's resume where it's just like, okay, he did it to this guy, and he did it twice to this guy. Now, I got to say this. I think Fiziev, shouldn't he be going down a weight class? Wasn't he supposed to go down to featherweight? Like, wasn't he flirting with that idea?
I think he should. I think he has the frame for it, yeah.
Yeah, like Fiziev is the perfect gatekeeper because that guy's a problem. But Gaethje owning him 2 times probably that's got to be the best win on his resume when you're looking through it. And he had a solid round against Khabib. I mean, you can't take that away from him. He brought it to Khabib. Khabib said he was the hardest guy that hit him, which I don't know if I quite believe, to be honest. I think Khabib they might, Ali Abdelaziz. I don't know. But yeah, the best win's Fiziev. And by seeing that, it's just hard for me to pick against Topuria here. But what a sight that's going to be, man. I tell you what, you hit this pick. This is a good one. This is a good one.
I think you're right about the aura thing. And I think a lot of fighters have that, just like Adesanya. People underestimate that. A fighter could come in with enough aura that it would destroy their opponent mentally and be everything that they needed for the guy with the aura to win that fight. And as soon as that was gone, as soon as Jan Blachowicz took that away from Adesanya, he was never the same. I don't care if he beat Pereira after that or if he had another win somewhere after that. It doesn't matter. He was never, ever that same guy again. And I think it was the same. I think what happened when Ilia beat Volkanovski, I think that's when he got that aura. Because I think that, he was like another, like Sean O'Malley, Paddy Pimblett, where everyone, like you were saying, oh, shut up already. Okay, up and come. I don't see anything special. He can't even put Josh Emmett away. Shut up. Get him out of my. But then he beats Volkanovski, who, again, I won't get into that long thing again. Let's not even count that win. Huge asterisk. He got his aura based off a win that shouldn't even count. And then after that, Max Holloway. I think Max Holloway is one of the most overrated fighters of all time. Who did he beat before that loss? Arnold Allen?
It's funny, man. I've been saying the same thing about Max, but it's like you get a lot of pushback saying that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's just because they like it. It's not a popularity contest. It's just because they like, okay, so go watch his streams. Everybody, go watch his gameplay if you like him so much for his personality. Go on his Cameo. Get a birthday greeting or something like that. That doesn't mean, like, we're talking about Arnold Allen, Chang Sung. We're talking about Gaethje, when he's just coming at him like a breathing rock'em sock'em. This is not the Fiziev Gaethje we're talking about. We're talking about Poirier, the perpetual bridesmaid. Like, we're going to say that Holloway's a great fighter because he's beating other people that we make fun of?
Did you call the Korean zombie Chang Soon? Did you just say that about the Korean zombie?
I'm just going off the Wikipedia. Okay, yeah. You caught me in a moment of weakness.
That sounds like a very racist joke that you were telling there, which I like. All right, guys, sorry.
Who's that fighter? Pointed that out.
Yeah.
I'm glad you pointed that out because why do they call him the Korean zombie? I know we've made that into a cool thing, but that's like a nice way of branding him, saying, hey, bro, good thing you could take a really great beating. I guess that's something we can market. That's why they call him the Korean. They don't call him the Korean zombie because he has a bunch of first round knockouts and never gets almost beat to death. They call him that's like the most backhanded compliment in MMA. The Korean zombie. Listen, why do they think that's a good thing?
Let me pull up the Korean zombie's resume here. I'm a Korean zombie guy here, and this is hurting my soul right now. Listen, one of the greatest retirements of all time. This guy is such a badass. They didn't even give him a package. They gave him Sinead O'Connor, or what was it? Or the Cranberries, excuse me. It's the same thing. On the way out.
As a Cranberries fan, I'm insulted.
Yeah, the same thing. He's had a rough go the last couple of fights, but come on, he's knocking out Frankie Edgar. Knocking out
Frankie Edgar,
Moicano, Yair Rodriguez, the GOAT. Oh, he lost to Rodriguez. Excuse me. The GOAT, Dennis Bermudez.
Frankie Edgar, Yair Rodriguez.
The GOAT, Dennis Bermudez. By the way, Yair Rodriguez, he should have won, but that was that fucking. Let's just not talk about that fight for a second here. All right, let me move on.
I think we should clip this whole part out.
Oh,
I think it's hurting the argument.
That dude, I almost died when Rodriguez. I fucking can't stand Yair Rodriguez when he hit him with that spinning elbow, dude. I almost cried because Zombie had him. He had him there. Like that was his fight to win, and somehow Rodriguez pulled that out of his bag, like Carrot Top pulled it out of his fucking bag of tricks, and boom, there he goes, Korean Zombie down. Listen. Okay, maybe not a champion, but he was a G. He was a fucking G. The Korean Zombie, man, was a G. Fuck Nate Diaz or any of the other punching bags. The Korean Zombie was my punching bag, man. I fucking love watching that guy fight. Loved it. I almost cried on his retirement. I almost cried when Yair Rodriguez did that to him with that spinning elbow. Killed me over there. But yeah, you're right. I mean, he did lose to Ortega.
And that all just goes to further emphasize Max does not have the resume that everyone pretends that he does, like the highlight, the biggest, the blessed era, blessed era. Okay. And then he lost it, and then he lost 3 times to the guy that ended the blessed era and welcomed in the stressed era. And it's never, ever like it. Just look at the resume, look at the strength of schedule. What he beat a Jose Aldo that was no longer Jose Aldo anymore. He beat a Anthony Pettis when everyone's already making fun of Anthony Pettis at that point.
Yeah, Aldo had to go down a weight class. He went down. Like it is weird. And Poirier is on the tail end. Like he got his revenge when Poirier was saying, "Hey, let's retire." He spoiled that party. But yeah, you're right. Gaethje. Gaethje's a perfect example. Tomato can. What?
and I'm okay with that because Gaethje, and I've never rooted for Gaethje, and I've never picked him because he fights like a rock'em sock'em come to life, and the only thing he has is if Trevor Whitman could get him to fight like he fought Fiziev, if he fights with that composure, then everything's different. Because that Volkanovski fight, asterisk. The Max Holiday fight doesn't even have the resume people pretend like, so it doesn't matter. And Oliveira, whatever. You know, he didn't keep his hands up, abandon the game plan like his corner told him, whatever, he lost. But Ilia has been riding off of aura because of the 1-2-3, which isn't even the 1-2-3 that everybody thinks that it is. So Gaethje just needs to come in composed and watch that tape, step out of those clothes. This guy has no chin. Patty has a chin. Patty can't fight, but he has a chin. So it's a perfect combo for Gaethje if he listens to his corner.
Okay. Listen, I'm going to try something really quick. Hold on. Wow. So for those that don't know, these are recorded. These are uploads, but they're live. They're recorded live. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people pre-recorded, but we pre-record live.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
that separates
This
us.
is live right now, pre-recorded. Anyway, so I'm able to stop this. I had to pee because I'm drinking mushroom coffee. Now, a couple of things. It has changed my life. My digestive system, perfect. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's changed everything. I've been having like bloating and all this stuff, you know. I will not say the name of the company because they won't sponsor us, but maybe on this channel they'll sponsor. On my main channel they won't. So I'm not going to say goddamn word about this company, their name, but it works, man.
Maybe you should start trying to write some music because the Beatles made some good music when they were drinking those mushrooms.
Maybe.
So maybe try to something in the sky, MMA holes in the sky
with mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. I forgot to bring this up. Now, this has nothing to do. We're going to get back to the White House card. I think that was a great conversation, and I want to know everyone in the comments section who you picking, Gaethje or Topuria. Big fight this weekend. I wanted to ask you about this. I was speaking about this, but I forgot to bring it up on the last one. Jon Anik mentioned that every day he has 2 eggs, but he throws them in the microwave. Okay. Have you tried it yet? Have you tried throwing eggs in the microwave?
I have not tried it yet.
Okay. All right. It's like magic. It's like McDonald's, basically. Right? It's the craziest thing. Like you put it, you spray the bowl, just spray a bowl. You crack 2 eggs or however many eggs. You throw it in there. I put it in for 1 minute and 20 seconds. It comes out like an egg McMuffin. It's crazy.
Like with the bread and the sausage and everything?
It's like a McGriddle. It comes with it's syrup. Like all you got to do is put it in the microwave, and it all just shows up there. It's crazy. No, but but ever since
how far are we gonna take this?
I now have diabetes, and but no, it's the weirdest thing. So like Anik brought this up. I'm like, what is this guy? Like a college kid? Like who microwaves eggs? That's crazy. Throw it in a pan, fry it up, or whatever. Hard boil it, do whatever. Right? I've been doing this for like the last couple of weeks now because I'm just lazy. I don't want to clean any pans. Like if I'm in a rush and a pinch, I just throw a couple of eggs in this thing, throw it in a wrap, right? Put whatever I want in this wrap and just slam the egg in there. Dude, it takes like 5 seconds to do that. I shouldn't say 5 seconds. 1 minute and 20 seconds, basically, to get the whole thing taken care of, your breakfast.
Dang, hopefully we don't see in like 3 months an article, Jon Anik dead.
Yeah.
Salmonella.
Yeah, right? Like, it doesn't seem like it should work. But somehow, or maybe the radiation from the microwave or something like that. I get bionic powers. But yeah, I can't believe I'm listening to Jon Anik with this. Let me know if anyone
That kinda
microwaves
makes-
eggs. Go ahead.
What's that?
No, I want to know if anyone in the comments microwave eggs, if they're aware of this.
I mean, I if people do, then it's like, okay, because stuff like that comes up oftentimes in a stream where, like, I still can't believe people put pineapples on pizza.
That's crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's insane. I can't believe. Ugh. But what makes me kind of sad is like John Anik. Like,
I know. I hate him. I can't stand John Anik. I don't know.
Well,
what it is.
well, that is well. But I'm like, even
You got to
John
put it in the
Anik
microwave and you got to eat it. This is sponsored by Toyo Tires. Like, yeah.
I haven't seen my kids in 2 months.
The lowest
how
common
does he-
denominator. Oh, wait. Subscribe to my podcast. Good.
Wait, what did he say about a? He said that like about an ethnicity.
Oh, he called blacks the low. No. He said that his fans. Let's just start it. John Anik is a raging racist. Yeah. He hates blacks.
Okay, you heard it here. I can't believe that someone that's supposed to be doing as good as him is doing that.
Right?
It's like, why am I even doing anything then? I just give up. Like, at that level, you're still doing that?
He makes about $400K a year. Okay?
See, $400K a year, I'm going to Starbucks.
I think, to me, though, like, listen, would I want $400K a year? Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be great. I'd feel like I'm rich. But for John Anik, I feel like he should be worth, like, making a little bit more, no?
I will admit, when you said 400K, there was a part of me that was like, that's it?
Right?
But at the same time, it's like, I'll take it.
Yeah, like us. You're like, hey, we want to split it? Like,
After taxes.
like, that sounds fantastic. But yeah, when I was like doing a little research, he's not getting paid as much as I thought he was, because once I heard the egg story, I'm like, okay, this guy, something's not right here. So I guess, yeah, like, I mean, you make it $400K, still, you should be able to get like factor delivered to your house or some shit like that if you're that lazy, right?
Yeah, he's probably got alimony or something.
It's weird, right? He's miserable though. John Anik is miserable. He's not like you can see it in his eyes. He's sad. His job is just to read ads. He's stressed. Yeah, he can't see his family. He's got to do a podcast with Kenny Florian.
There's something though, like a dude that's got follicles like John Anik, and he's buzzing like that.
Yeah,
he's got follicles like I've never seen. He's got follicles like a dude from the Caucasian mountains, and he's giving himself the Joe Rogan. Like, what's going on there? Like, he's doing a Britney Spears. Like, that dude has been blessed, and that part I can't figure out.
You ready for this? Speaking of follicles, the other day I put a post out because Davy Grant just got plugs. He went to Turkey. You know, the British fighter Davy Grant. I loved watching that guy fight.
Wait, I was gonna say the British Bulldog from the WWF.
No. No, Davy Grant is that he's like an older. He's always an underdog, but yet he finds ways to win by decision. Here, I'll pull him up here.
Oh, that's the Davy Boy Smith.
Davy.
I was thinking the British Bulldog, Davy Smith. Davy Boy Smith. Never mind.
Here he is. Davy Grant. There he is. He's a bantamweight. You probably... let me make him a little bigger here. Once you see him, you'll recognize him. This guy here. Remember this guy?
His face, I recognize, but I'm trying to think of where.
Man, if you look at his resume, you'll notice, like, this guy is the best underdog ever. Like, he's always an underdog, and he always wins by decisions. Like, now he did lose to like Jourdain. Every once in a while he'll lose a fight, but Jourdain looks great lately. Blackshear and Tavares he beat, lose to Marco, split decision, then submits to Sun Xiao.
Dude, these are very recent. I don't know why I'm having trouble. Is he like primarily like a prelim fighter? Usually I'm still asleep.
Yeah, Davy's he's just fun, man. He's just a fun guy to watch fight. And yeah, you won't see him typically on the main card. But anyway, he put a post out on social media saying that he went to Turkey. I was like, no, not Davy Grant. Come on, right? So I put a post out saying, what's up with UFC fighters? Making this mistake. Like, why is this happening? Like, why are they just going there and doing this? And then Mike Beast Boy Davis. You know Mike Davis?
Dude,
Am I throwing?
Moss, you're exposing me right now. I look like a casual right now.
Hold on, let me show you him. I think you're gonna know.
I've heard of Conor McGregor.
Hold on a second. The only reason why I know him is because we reached out to him. But here, Mike Davis, you remember him? He was from the Contender Series.
That's not Mike Davis. That's Floyd Mayweather. He grew out.
He kicked off his career with what was it? Sadiq Youssef on the Contender Series. Had one of the greatest. If you've never seen Davis versus Sadiq Youssef on the Contender Series, I urge you to go watch it. It's a fucking banger of a fight. And Mike Davis and Sadiq went at it. He lost the unanimous decision, but still went to the UFC. And this guy's like a hype. Like this guy, he legit is really, really good. But he's had some stumbles along the way. Mostly wins, but stumbles. Anyway, regardless, he responded and said, "Hey man, I'm going to get this done." Right? So I'm like, "Oh fucking hell." So I sent him a picture of George Masvidal, right? And I'm like, "Don't do it." Like, I just go, "No, don't do it."
You just doubled down.
Yeah, I said, "Don't do it, don't do it." He's like, "No." I'm like, they all look like this, and he's like, "Nah." He's like, they don't all look like that, right? But they do, man. These turkey hair plugs, like they all got that look that it's just like, something's not going on. Something's not right up there. So now Mike Davis is doing this, and David. But then again, you don't know who they are, so who gives a fuck, right?
Are they all going? Thank you for reiterating them. Are they all going to the exact same like clinic?
I think
same
so.
Place?
Every time I see a post, it's usually like 4 pictures, and it's got like the same. It looks like it's the same doctor's office that they're doing this. It's like a scam. I don't know. Like, it never looks right. Now there is a fighter that did get it done, and I can't remember his name now. I wish I could remember his name, but someone said it in the chat.
Casual.
Yeah, I can't remember this guy's name, but anyway, he just fought recently. And they showed me his plugs, and I was like, oh, shit, it actually looks good. So there's one fighter on the roster that has decent plugs that looks good, but everyone else, it looks a little bit odd. Do you think they're getting brainwashed? Like, hey, do this. Get these plugs. We'll give you X amount of dollars. Or they're just wanting to fix their hair?
Oh, you think like the Paramount and UFC is trying to make them look like more attractive and marketable?
Maybe. I told Mike Davis, I'm like, bro, you're shredded. Like he goes, I want to get bitches. That's what Mike Davis told me. He goes, I want to do it to get bitches, which I get it. Okay, fine. But he's like, the dude's like an Adonis. This guy takes his shirt off. Girls would throw themselves at him. So it's like, what? You want to get bitches? Shave your fucking head if it's that bad. I don't know.
Wow, that's very interesting. I mean, how many look, ladies in the UFC have been there's been that trend of what many people refer to as the flotation devices. So I mean, this is simply the men's version of that, right? I wonder if we compare if they're on par with because I feel like, I mean, are the men catching up? Are we doing it more now? Or are we just at the same level? Maybe somebody at the top is saying, hey, you guys aren't just fighters. You're entertainers. People look at you. We want people to want to watch your fights.
Okay, here we go. Here's Davey.
Wow.
All right. So there's Davey getting it done, right? And here's him after it's done. Now, all right, so here's before, okay? And then here's him after. It looks, is it me or? Right? It's something looks off.
Oh man. It kind of looks, and I'm not getting political here. It kind of looks like a yarmulke.
Yeah.
If they like pulled it all the way forward. Like you got one too big, like you got a double XL yarmulke.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, man. You gotta at least fake some recession.
Yeah, so I sent Beast Boy
I
this.
feel like
I sent him that, and he's.
Oh no!
No, I didn't realize after I sent it to him. Like Beast Boy trains out of Florida, and Masvidal's over there, so he's probably boys with him. But he did laugh it off. Thank God. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. So he goes, well, why is it bad? I'm about to do it, and I was like, why? And then we kept going with this. Hold on.
Oh man.
So that's when I sent him this. I thought this was a pretty good reason not to do it, but then he responded. Hold on a second.
I mean, that's a haircut. Does Masvidal look right here? That's a haircut.
Not only him. Yeah.
That's a haircut that people get. And then people make fun of him. You know, the whole Edgar thing or whatever. He made it permanent.
Yeah.
So that's not something you could outgrow and then redo later. He got that permanent skin.
You know what's the crazy part about it? He always, if you notice now, he never takes, like, that's one of the rare situations where he takes it off. Here's like one of the most recent things that I saw him post. Like, he was ripping on Conor McGregor, and this is the picture. He's like putting like socks and condoms on his head and shit like that. Like, he will not show his hairline anymore. It's like, damn, I kind of feel bad.
I remember before he got the new hairline, because remember how he always had on hats and stuff before that?
Yeah.
In the past, the hats would be pulled back way farther. And now he's pulling it down even lower to like obviously hide it. They used to be like way back here. You know how they do that cool guy thing where it's like, why even have the beanie on it so far back? Now he has on like way down here. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like, I feel bad because I know why he's wearing it like that, because he's just like, man, I made a mistake. But anyway, let's move on. I don't know how we got into that conversation.
He should come out and be like a spokesperson for all the dudes that are considerate. Like, he should give back to that community, kind of like how a lot of the like little kids and stuff, when they were brainwashed and abused and stuff when they were little, and they had procedures, and now that they're adults and they're saying, I wish I wouldn't have done that, I destroyed my life. And you know what I'm saying without saying it?
There's a singer named Keith Caputo who sang for a band called Life of Agony, from the New York hardcore scene back in the day. He just transitioned into a woman, like just literally just, I'm gonna have some tits. I'm gonna try to chop off the old, you know what, and he went all full blown and then transitioned back, and now realized it was like a mental illness thing. You don't really see that much. He transitioned back to a guy. He's still singing for the band, and now he's like a spokesperson for like mental illness or whatever. Like, you know, he was brainwashed and blah blah blah. And then I feel horrible that he had to go through that, but I think the fact that he did go through that and is able to, like, he's like a survivor. Masvidal should team up with him. You're right.
That's like the ultimate, like the Michael Scott. This dude went above that snip, snap. Like, he went above and beyond that. Like, he outdid Michael Scott.
Yeah.
What did you say the name of his band was?
It's called Life of Agony. They have an album called River.
That's kind of poetic.
Yo, this album, there's an album called River Runs Red. When I was a kid, I listened to this all the time.
Even more poetic.
And that's about suicide. The whole album, in between songs, is a kid slowly trying to off himself. It's dude, it's crazy. But when I was listening to this as a kid, man, I'm listening to this like, yeah, that's like how the songs went. And I'm like learning it on guitar. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Meanwhile, this guy's singing about some crazy ass shit. But
I had
anyway,
no idea how close you were
to becoming a maybe
to offing a piece of yourself off,
or getting plugs. Good night, everybody.
The illness giveth and the illness taketh away.
I want to talk about the co-main event and some of the other fights on this card. This episode might go a little bit longer if you're cool with that, Jess. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're gonna run this one. We're gonna go a little bit longer because I do think we should address the blue-haired people and the people that are trying to shut this thing down. The White House card. People putting in saying, "Hey man, we got to stop this thing. People are having too much fun." A federal lawsuit seeks to halt the UFC fight card on the White House South Lawn. A showtime for President Trump's 80th birthday and touted as part of the celebration of the nation's 250th anniversary. Someone's trying to put a stop to this. And it was all over the news yesterday. Like when I was just looking and scrolling, and everything was about how they're trying to shut down the event that's happening on Sunday, which I think is hilarious. Some people were worried about it. I'm not worried about it. But what are your thoughts when you first heard about this going down?
Can we see the photo of the cage again?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to derail things too much here, but I think it's kind of in line with it. Because I think it's stemming from certain groups. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah. Okay. Yes. How do you know my mind? What I was just gonna say, and I don't like that I cannot tell if that's a dude or a lady.
That's Masvidal.
I wish that river runs red. How do you think the perception would be if instead of everything being red, white, and blue, and everything being about the American flag, and like just the way that the cage looks with the thing above and all that with the red, white, and blue, how do you think the perception would be if it was colored like the rainbow flag?
Oh my God, dude.
See, do you think people would be as mad, or do you think they'd be like, yeah, like, whoa? I mean,
if it was and this is some of the most recent lighting that they were doing, it looks fucking crazy, man. Actually, wait, what is it in the back now? Did it move to the back of it? Hold on a second. Wait, how is it? Wait.
Are they showing the other side of the White House, and do both sides look like an entrance? Maybe I never realized both sides look like an entrance.
Yeah, we might be showing how stupid we are or something, but I does the back look like that? No. What? Here's the front.
I would have assumed the back would have like a patio kind of look, you know?
Whoa. Okay.
Those were dudes, by the way.
Okay, a little sidetrack there for a second. Hey, stop talking about sex.
And you know a way? I always tell. I actually had this conversation with the dude that I was working with a while back. You know how men could flee from lust these days in 2026?
How?
I was talking with a gentleman that was like always checking out ladies and stuff like that, and he's married.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, bro, it's 2026. If you want to be committed to your lady and not get caught up, just assume that chick right there that you were looking at, that's probably a dude.
Is that why you watched when you watched Beast? Is that why you thought what you thought?
I have it's a lens. It's a lifelong lens. It keeps you faithful.
All right. Well, we're all over the place, but since we're on the topic of women, what do you think about these outfits there's going to be ring girls there? I know we're all over the place. We'll get back to the other topic, but
oh, wait a minute. I was like, how come this girl looks like that other girl, and are they triplets? I didn't realize what was happening here.
It's weird, right? There's
that's
a lot of
interesting.
Triplets. Right? So these outfits are odd, no? I mean, they all look like Wonder Woman, like variants of Wonder Woman.
They're kind of corny. Yeah, they're very Wonder Womanish. They almost look very like Party City-ish.
Yeah, right?
Wow. Like I don't know if you were. I'm not a hater of the outfits for the fighters because for real, for me, it's like I couldn't possibly care less about what are they gonna. Who cares? They're wearing some trunks, some shorts. I don't care. What do I expect on it? Like for the people that are hating on them, I'm like, what do you expect? Some kind of like glow in the dark shorts, some glitter on them, some like I don't scratch and sniff. Like they're shorts, but like how creative can you get with shorts? You know?
Yeah.
But those looked weird.
It does look odd. Like when I first saw it too, I'm like, even like with the fighter gear too, I find the fighter gear really off. Like it just looks weird seeing Alex Pereira wearing red, white, and blue when he's just Brazilian. Give him his Brazilian shit. I don't know. It's just I feel like everyone should have. It's a celebration of America, but I think the fighters could still represent their countries. Like I don't know. It just like in Noche were they all wearing? I don't remember. Maybe I'm off on this. But UFC Noche, did they have all Mexican uniforms?
I can't remember, but I'm in the same wavelength as you because when I saw a lot of people complaining about the fact that they were all wearing the same uniform, US, I was like, what is their problem? Other sports do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then I started looking at like soccer, or for you less cultured, football. I started looking into soccer, and I was like, what if there's a guy from Brazil and he plays on the U.S. soccer team? He's going to wear the U.S. soccer uniform, right? And then I started looking into it, and apparently you can't be on the U.S. soccer team unless you're a U.S. citizen. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was like the Olympics or something. Where I thought it was just even if you were born in L.A., you could be a New York Knick. You know, you go to New York and you wear the Knicks uniform. I didn't know that it wasn't like that in other countries. So I thought for sure I was gonna have that point with the soccer thing, but I guess that's not the case. So I don't know if there's other sports where you can do that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like in the Olympics, I feel like these guys, they live in America, but they travel around and play for whatever teams.
So I think it's a matter of having dual citizenship.
Oh yeah.
Because every player I've ever known, and when I used to follow the NBA pretty closely, and then you'd see them playing for another team, it's like, what the heck? Apparently that's where they were born. and stuff like that. So I guess that's what it is. But yeah, the ones for the ring girls, that one looks weird.
Yeah.
It looks, I don't know. It seems kind of, I don't know. I hate to use the word because it seems kind of cliche. It seems like kind of uninspired, kind of lazy.
I can't believe I just found out that the White House has 2 entrances. Like, dude, that's crazy. So I guess it's in the back of the White House. So that's the back, right?
That makes sense, right? Because they've been calling it the South Lawn. I guess you think South is kind of like bottom.
How did it take me until fight week for me to figure this out? I've been seeing so many pictures. Oh my God. We'll just cut that out.
You've been looking at the photos of these ladies too much.
Yeah, maybe. My brain is just fried from their U.S. gowns. Yeah, so this is what the lights are starting to look like.
But I'm saying if those lights, I don't know, man. I don't want to beat a dead. I'm just saying it's hypocritical because I was telling people, I don't care that it's Donald Trump. This isn't a political event to me. And yes, it is. Of course. Hey, if it was Biden, I would be like, this is cool.
Yeah,
it's the White House. But what would change it for people if it was the rainbow color flags? Then now it's as long as it's about that. I just feel like the people that are mad about it are the ones that are making it political. It was never political to me. What did kind of annoy me is that it was supposed to be 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Why make it on your birthday, Trump? That part made it weird.
Yeah,
I didn't like that either.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I could think about is they didn't want to get further. I mean, it's only a week difference, a couple weeks or whatever. But yeah, maybe they didn't want to get further into summertime, or I don't know. I'm actually glad it's not on 4th of July because now I can actually enjoy 4th of July. I don't know about what you guys do over there, but I can like set off the fireworks and be with the family and do my thing. And then this event is completely separated from that. So for me, I guess it's a selfish reason, but I'm happy that they're not doing it on the 4th so I can play with fireworks, you know?
Yeah, I usually just stay home and report all of my neighbors so that they don't like neighborhood on fire. But
they got dynamite out there. This is crazy. Yeah. But it's weird because when Noche was a thing and they were celebrating the Mexican heritage, do you remember some of the people like, why aren't they doing this about the USA? Like, we're in America. Why are we celebrating Noche? Why is this a celebration of Mexican culture? Like, people are actually saying that. And now we're doing something for America, and it's like now we're getting pushed back for that. It's just like, guys, if you don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't want to watch Noche, don't watch Noche. If you don't want to watch the White House event, don't watch that. The problem is Dana White's going around saying we're going to get bigger numbers in the Super Bowl. You know, he's trotting around and saying this is going to be huge and kind of trying to twist everyone's arm to watch this. You do not have to watch this event, guys. You don't have to do it. It's free to the public, which I know that drives you nuts. It's going to be one of the greatest and biggest events in American history. I know that's going to drive you fucking nuts. And there's no gay shit on there. Let's fucking go! I'm sorry. We'll cut that out.
Oh, did you hear that Erica Kirk is going to take Bruce Buffer's spot?
I keep on hearing the crazy, like the Erica Kirk is going to do a pre-show. And like I hear these things. I'm assuming this is a joke, like with all this stuff. But if she does show up, oh my God, we'll have a field day with that. I'm excited, man. I don't know. I'm just excited about this. And the fact that people are trying to do these lawsuits and the reasoning for the lawsuit is so crazy that it wasn't authorized. Dude, when this is done, what's going to happen, right? When this is all done and they clean up the rig and they're going to show garbage. Every time there's a big event, look at all the garbage sitting on the White House lawn. This is a disgrace to America. And then poof, within a day, it's all going to be gone. Right? The grass is going to start growing back. Everything's going to look like it did before. And everyone that cried, they're going to be crying for no reason. You know, it's like, I don't know.
It's exhausting. Well, first of all, I don't know if you saw that Donald Trump said we're going to leave it like the Eiffel Tower. He's going to keep it there. But it's exhausting. We're definitely in this. And I'm seeing it too, which is rare in my comment sections. But maybe it's a sign of growth. We're in a very much complainy culture. Mm-hmm. Everybody just hating on everything for no, like you said, at first something wasn't too, it wasn't American enough. Now we're talking about America too much. And it's like, you can't win. no matter what you do, no matter what you say. Everybody hates this or that country, or they hate that fighter. If you make a video rooting for this fighter, they hate that one. And it's like you can't do the right thing. I posted something the other day because I'm trying to get my Reddit going again for the Mexican martial arts channel. And I saw somebody in the UFC subreddit, and they made a post like, what's up with the UFC lately? It seems like every post on Reddit, every comment is just nothing but negativity. Everybody just hates it. Why do they even watch it then? And I mean, it's not something that we're just experiencing as creators. There's just like this wave of negativity. And I know sometimes people might feel like it's too quick to just jump to the conspiracy angle. But sometimes when I see these comments, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way they're real people. Mm-hmm. It has to be some kind of like bots. Like, how much do we trust YouTube really? That's like saying we trust the government. How much do we trust YouTube and Google really? Like, is it really beyond them that they would throw bots into the system just to spark conversation and debate and anger? Because that gets more clicks, traction, more clicks and traffic. That's exactly what they want.
Yeah, it's funny. I have this other theory of what's going on here. Now, I truly think that someone is trying to shut this thing down just by seeing all the complaining. But you're right. There could be a lot of botting going on that's steering a narrative in another direction to try to put a squash on this. I think also this could also be something else here. Let me cater to the other side for a second. Let me play what they say, devil's advocate, right? What if Trump and the boys are like, let's throw this fake lawsuit out there just so they could say they're trying to tear us down and they're trying to stop this and blah, blah, and we're still going to truck through this, like as a marketing thing, because it kind of went away today. Did you notice, like yesterday, it was like everyone's like, oh my God, there's this lawsuit, this and that. Now everything's back to, okay, the embeddeds, who you think is going to win the fights, this and that. It's kind of went poof. Like the lawsuit, I haven't heard anything about it today, but yesterday it was all over the news. I wonder if it was like a strategy, like an ingenious marketing strategy to just get people talking. Get the ball rolling. It's fight week. We got a press conference that's happening. Here's the lights. Here's the rosy part of it. Let's have a dirty side to it to really get people going back and forth.
I think that would be brilliant. I can't be upset about that or critique it. I think that would be amazing if they did. I would wonder why they let it go so quickly, but I guess
why wait until the last second to do this, right? Like maybe it took a while for them to get the wheels turning. Like why all of a sudden fight week is when this lawsuit is putting, like, I don't know. That's a little weird to me that they would wait. Like that seems like a marketing thing to me, but maybe they would been trying to fight. And then all of a sudden here we are fight week and they finally got this thing going. I don't know.
Like, I think it's weird that they waited so long and then it seems like it's over already so fast. Right? Two things. They waited this long and then it's over that quick. But that might just be brilliant because people have, I mean, the news cycles are crazy. There'll be some kind of massacre, some kind of traumatic thing that happens in the nation. We're so numb. We get over things so fast. This could have been perfect timing. Hey, let's hit them with it real quick during the weekend and then phase it out so they're ready first thing fresh Monday morning for a full enthusiastic fight week. So that we're just primed for the fight week. If it would have started too long ago, people probably would have been over it. They might have had too much time to dig into it. Or if they would have dragged it out into the fight week later, then maybe people would be like, why am I even watching this embedded? Why do I even care? They're going to shut it down. So maybe that was the perfect timing.
Yeah, it's weird. I think it's something that it could be a possibility. I don't know how true it is. Who knows? But I'm excited about it. And I'm going to touch on one more thing before I would love to just comb through this card to get your feelings on it. These are some of the celebrities that are saying, I'm not going. They were invited, but they have respectfully declined. They say, I'm not going to go to this card. It's not for me. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Adam Sandler, Morbius, and AC Slater all said, no, we're not going to show up to this event. What's your thoughts on that?
None of them. The only one that kind of surprises me is the Jared Leto one. Because the other ones are either so active and so big still in doing what they're doing and trying to get projects done, and Mario Lopez, appealing to his community, and like there's no way that he could, get out of there unscathed after an event like that. But Jared Leto is already thought of as like such a weirdo with like a cult and all that. You would think this would be like the perfect kind of environment for him. But yeah, I feel like people that are big, active celebrities, anytime you're doing anything whatsoever that's gonna align yourself with anything anti-liberal, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to start making videos like on the Hallmark Channel.
I think it would be so cool if Jared Leto went and started, like, as soon as the sun set, like, started setting, he turns into a bat and starts biting everybody. Just flies around. Hops on top of the White House roof, turns back into Jared Leto and be like, it's Morbin time. Then back into a bat, just flies away.
Is that from one of his movies?
What, it's Morbin time?
That whole thing, Morbin. Wait, did you say Morbin?
Morbin time. Yeah. He's Morbius.
What's Morbin time?
Well, there was a movie. It was a superhero movie where he played a vampire called Morbius. It was a Marvel vampire.
Oh, you combine Morbius with Morphin time?
So Jared Leto in the middle of the movie, right before he turned into Morbius, he looks at the camera and he goes, "It's Morbin time."
Okay, so you're obviously familiar with the Power Rangers. It's Morphin time.
I mean, it may or may not have happened. We can move on if you want.
There's so many layers to this. I don't know. I didn't know if you were clever and you combined Morphin time with Morbius, or if Jared Leto, they wrote that it was a nod to the Power Rangers. I'm overthinking this.
Okay, hold on.
But I think that's exactly what the White House needs. It's supposed to be a freak show. I would love it if he was going around. I don't even need him to turn into a bat. If he would just go bite people as himself, that would be amazing. He actually did it.
Yeah, it's Morbin time. Here he is. It's Morbin time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the writers did like a nod to the Power Rangers. Is this supposed to be like a serious movie, or is it like kind of like a goofy, kind of like a campy kind of movie?
You might have to see it for yourself. I don't want to give you, any sort of. I saw you do movie nights, right? You might have to watch this.
Oh, yes.
For the part where he says it's Morbin time, and you let me know what you think about it. I don't want to sway your opinion. Maybe in the comment section they might sway your opinion, but I don't want to tell you whether it's good or bad. You might have to see it for yourself. All right, you ready to talk about this card? Let's go through the card here.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna do something here that's gonna tease people. It's gonna be it's gonna be a little prediction foreplay. Okay, at the end, we already spoke at length about Gaethje and Poirier, and you guys know our opinion on that. But I'm gonna start from the bottom. Now we're here, and then I'm gonna move to the top. Okay, we're gonna start. And speaking of bats, big Steve Garcia versus Diego Lopez. Steve Garcia put something out on social media, basically saying he's going to do this for Charlie Kirk. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, that's Masvidal. Hold on a second. No, that's this.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's going to do it for Mr. Kirk. Let me see if I can find that picture. Man, this is why I can't stand doing just once a week with you. There's so many freaking stories. Like, I my brain is going in a million different directions. But I'm going to stick to the topic here. I'm trying to find.
There's so much to choose from. Yeah,
right?
We didn't even talk about a black man drinking. Yeah,
well, yeah, man. Like this is crazy, man. There's so many. Like just scrolling through that. What the fuck? Just scrolling through.
Guy Lord.
All right. Anyway, Steve Garcia. I'm just trying to use that to clean my soul. This is the problem with X. Do you get that when you scroll through X? Like that was so. It was like It was like a sexual jump scare.
No, Moss, I have a family-friendly algorithm. I think it has to do with what you click on. So.
Maybe. You might be right. It's Morbin time. Steve Garcia is going to do it for Charlie Kirk, he says. He's 19-5-0. And then you got fan favorite. I don't know if he's a fan favorite anymore. Diego Lopez, Josh Hartnett, whatever you want to call him. Kick it off the card. What a fight to kick off the card. Brazil versus USA, but this should be a complete banger. I think if people are out there saying, hey, I don't know who Steve Garcia is, or I barely seen Diego Lopez's 4 fights against Volkanovski, I urge you to go back and be bored out of your mind. But what are your thoughts on this fight?
I think Lopez looks like the unholy union of what'd you call him? What was it?
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett and Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
I was trying to play some that was driving me crazy.
He looks like Josh Hartnett and Chud the Builder.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. If Josh Hartnett and Morgan Wallen and Chud the Builder had I'm not gonna go down that path any further. So they're all the dudes that were trying to shut down the White House event.
Mm-hmm.
I think that shoot, man, I'd like to see Lopez take this so we could see Lopez and Volkanovski 3 personally. But man,
it would be so funny if he gets on the mic and says, "Diego Lopez, I'm coming for you." Wait, let me fuck that up. Alex Volkanovski, I'm coming for you. If he called himself out, you know what? Forget it. Let's go with the original. Diego Lopez, you stole everything I worked for. I'm coming for you, Meng. All right.
People would rather watch that than him and Volk again. This one's kind of a toss up for me, and it only has to do with, like, I feel like it did something to Max Holloway after all those Volkanovski fights. I think it does something to a fighter, even more than physically, mentally. I think I would pick Garcia.
Okay.
I think he's in a good place coming up, and I think Lopez is like, man, you got 2 fights like that against a dude like Volkanovski, and not only did you stay in the same place as far as the fans and everything else, you kind of went a couple steps backward. I kind of think he's in a rough spot right now, and this was a unfortunate follow-up match for him.
Like, what a huge fight for Garcia. Garcia, he's at 9 and Lopez is at 2. This is a fight, I don't want to say must win, but it kind of feels like it to me. Like, Garcia wins this fight. This catapults him up. People start saying, hey, this guy, he's pretty good, right? Diego Lopez is trying to protect that number 2 spot to just float around to see if he can get himself back in the mix. It seems like the UFC loves giving this guy a chance. So, I mean, I guess if there was a script, you got to think Diego Lopez, easy win, right? But I'm with you, man. I think Steve Garcia, as soon as they made this fight, I'm like, easy. Steve Garcia all day. All day,
did you say
night.
Must win for Garcia?
Not. Did I say that? I meant Lopez.
Oh, you didn't say which one, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah,
I was gonna say if you meant for Garcia,
not Garcia,
then
no.
I think for Lopez as well.
Yeah, Lopez 100%. Yeah, because he's trying to protect that number 2 spot. There's a prediction.
The reputation.
So here I'm looking. This is our Pick'em League, by the way. Did you get your ass in this Pick'em League, Jesse? We got to get you in this.
I need to get in there. Yes, I'm a hypocrite. Yeah.
But MMAholes.tv, shameless plug over here. Diego Lopez is a 67% favorite, according to the community that put their picks in. Now, this will get a little different once we get closer to Friday and more predictions are in. But, people are going with Diego Lopez on this one in the community over Steve Garcia. And I got to say, man, I think they're wrong. I'm with the 33% like you. I think Garcia's got this. This is a great fight, though, man. People need to tune in early for that one. Let's move on to everyone's favorite Americans, Cal Daukaus and Bo Nickel. America versus America. What do you think about this fight?
I can't find myself, even if it goes against all the MMA math, even if it violates all equations, I can't find myself ever rooting for Bo Penny. I just can't. And I think he's going to do the same old stupid stuff and try to be a striking king. He's going to go in there thinking that he's, I don't know, Ilia. And I'll give Ilia that little compliment, the only time ever. And he's going to meet his demise because he couldn't just stay a wrestler. Like, why are you going to be as good of a wrestler as you are? Why are you going to not do the thing that brought you this far and just... I mean, you would think he'll learn his lesson after his loss, but the dude is such an egomaniac. I think he's only going to triple down. I think Daukaus is going to piece him up, find the openings, humiliate him.
You're picking Daukaus?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It's funny. I'm trying to convince myself. And you know what? When Daukaus came back, Like, he got exiled from the UFC. He loses to, who did he lose to? It was Eric Anders, Roman Delides. Now, this is 2022. Eric Anders even showed on his way out that he's still got a little left in the tank. He's a very tough guy. Roman Delides in 2022 was a scary guy. That was around when he was banging the Vlismas girl, right? What's her, Buys or whatever the hell her name was.
Oh, well, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, you remember JP Buys and Cheyenne Buys? They were together.
Oh, yeah, that drama. Yeah.
Deledes came in like, this is Sparta, and just plowed her. And anyway, yeah. He was like kind of a scary dude, but that was in 2022, right? That's a different guy. He got exiled from the UFC, then goes to CFFC, bunch of wins, comes back, knocks out Michel Pereira, and I mean, mere short win doesn't really, I mean, who cares? But it submitted him, right? He looked pretty damn good in those last two fights. Bo Nickel, I mean, what do we see out of Bo, you know?
Well, I'm just like, people aren't, wait, where was it? His last 3 wins that we were just looking at from Daukaus, his last 3 wins is looking better on paper than Ilias.
Right.
We're talking first round, KO submission, easy. I mean, on paper, he's a better fighter than Ilia. So. I mean, because technically all these Ilia fanboys are only, I mean, his whole career only exists to them his last 3 fights, right? Because no one wants to talk about that Josh Emmett fight, right? So, and then no one wants to talk about how Bryce Mitchell took him down, right? And no one wants to talk about how he almost got head kick KO by a couple different fighters, right? So if we're talking about anyway, I mean, I know that's not the point right now, but I thought it was interesting.
Okay. Okay. So you're picking Daukaus. I'm trying to convince myself. I have a hot take on a fight coming up, but I am trying to pick Daukaus, and I'm almost there. You might have convinced me. I still, at this stage of the game, go at Bo, but if you look at Bo's wins, right, the Derrida fight was just humiliating. And look what Derrida is now. Like, he's kind of, the way he lost to Brendan Allen, quit on a stool, and who is Bo's best win? I mean, you could say that with Daukaus, but Rodolfo Vieira, the Brazilian that can't throw a punch, that's like 80 years old. Cody Brun. Oh, I think Cody Brun is just the guy with the hair plugs. Hold up. It's him. Yes. This is the guy. Holy shit. Talk about full circle. Man. This is the guy I was trying to remember. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, he's got hair plugs, this guy. Do you see it?
Oh, yeah.
You see it a little bit?
You could tell sometimes, like, it just doesn't flow with the face. Like, you know something's off.
Like, that picture, you kind of see it. Like, other pictures I was looking at him, I was like, it's not the worst that I've seen. But, yeah, that picture doesn't really do him much justice. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, it's like a blessing. Bo Nickel, yeah, so it's like, what's the best win?
And he's in the third round. This looks nothing like Daukaus' third round. Like, what's Bo waiting for, man?
So Bo Nickel, let's see, the size, there's only a 1-inch reach height difference. The reach is identical. Daukaus is 3 years older, but they're still, prime technical.
More
right,
wisdom
30,
there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the community is picking 88% Bo. That's a heavy, lopsided way. Damn, I don't know which way I'm going on this, man. Right now,
Bo's a sabotager, though, man. He's gonna go in there thinking that he's a Zuffa boxer, and it's just, I don't know why he does it. Unless he comes in looking like Olympic wrestler, which he's probably not gonna do.
I'm gonna say a prayer. I'm not a huge religious guy, but I'm gonna say a prayer before Freedom 250. I'm gonna get on my knees at the bedside. I'll be like, Mr. God, please, if you're listening, if you hear me, please let Kyle Daukaus win. Please let Bo Nickel lay unconscious on that White House lawn, because I just can't do it with Bo, man. I don't get it. I don't get any of this shit with Bo Nickel. There was a video of him shaving his head. He was getting rid of that weird ass hairdo that he had, and he's shaving. I'm like, shave your head off. But I'm picking Bo right now, at least. Okay. What about Chandler and Rufy, the date rape fighter?
Chandler has been out there microdosing bugs. He's out there eating bugs like if he's on Fear Factor.
Wow.
I think he's doing the right thing. He's out there already sweating, taking in that humidity, taking in the bugs. He's so explosive. He wants this win. He wants to keep the Conor hope alive. I think he steamrolls through Ruffy.
Really? Interesting. Very interesting. That would be something else because he would cut a very funny post-fight promo, I should say, if he does that. Like, Conor McGregor, bring your cokehead ass over here. I'm going to fight you next. I beat your Temu version. Now I'm going to beat you. Like, I don't know. Like, he could cut quite the promo, but I think he's going to get knocked out.
He needs this, man. He would be so excited. I feel like he would have like his Josh Hokit speech ready after this. If he gets that, he's going to be so happy.
The age difference, 40 years old. Man, Chandler's now 40, 29 roofie. Man, it's so weird that the UFC hates Chandler so much that they promise him Conor McGregor and give him the watered down Brazilian version. Like, what the hell, man? That's like, what a slap. We can't do Conor, but we could do this. A guy that's you probably shouldn't be fighting, to be honest. We've seen Roofy. So Chandler's going to grapple, you're saying?
I think he's
got to take him down, man. If he takes him down, he could fuck him up. But I don't think I think he's gonna
have to take him down at certain points, but I love seeing Chandler strike. I feel like most of the community are Chandler deniers. I think a lot of people don't like him. I love to watch the guy fight, and I love to watch him strike. I think he's very explosive. But yeah, especially if he takes him down. But I'll be surprised if he doesn't stand. Remember how, and I'm not saying it's always a good idea, but remember how like stupidly he fought Gaethje? Like he should have took him down and done some more on the ground, but he was willing to stand there and trade with him. Chandler's very willing to do that to give a good show.
Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler is like the first one, at least. It's so crazy that Michael Chandler was literally seconds away from being a champion. Like, he literally had Charles on the ropes. He said he was going through his mind, holy crap, I'm going to be a UFC champion. And then everything fell apart.
Some refs would have stopped that.
Yeah, that was like, he was literally that guy. And then
he was dribbling his head off the canvas.
That was it, though. For me, that was the peak. Like, there was your shot. He could have beat Charles there. He could have like just sailed off into the sunset and everything would have been great. But then he faces Gaethje in that car crash fight, which was an amazing fight. He fights wait, hold on. The studio is asking me. I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here. Okay. Sorry.
Gaethje, I mean, Chandler could have beat Gaethje too. Chandler fought I remember this fight very vividly. Because this is one of the very rare fights I actually watched with someone at their house, and it was like a big deal. And I remember I did a breakdown for this fight, and Chandler totally unashamedly gave away the third round.
Oh yeah,
he was emoting the whole time, working the crowd, literally like visibly trying to gesture to the crowd, and he was hopping around, and I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know if he had some kind of injury, so he thought he would just showboat. But I was rooting for Chandler in that fight, and I was very frustrated with him because he totally threw it away.
Yeah, I picked him in that fight. I was hoping he won too, and yeah. He definitely threw that 100%. The problem with Michael Chandler is he's got only 2 official wins in the UFC. One was that Dan Hooker. That was hilarious. Hooker looked like a deer in headlights. Like, he was terrified of Chandler running away and getting finished, which was wild. And then Tony Ferguson, the front kick, I mean, he turned him into a chicken nugget. That was a great finish. But everything else, I mean, all L's for top-tier guys for sure. I mean, I guess Pimblett is questionable now. But Oliveira and Poirier and Gaethje, I mean, these are solid losses. The problem I have is he's 40 years old, on a 3-fight skid, on a long layoff, promised this, promised that. He looks like he's in great shape. I feel he's getting fed to the wolves, man. I feel like Roofy's just Roofy just finished Fiziev, or Fiziev, however you want to call him. I mean, this is not good. This is not going to look good, I don't think. So I'm going to have to go with Roofy on this. You think Chandler knocks him out?
I do feel like the problem with Chandler is the UFC has seen him lose so many notable fights that they're like, I mean, I would think this if I was someone in at their level in those higher up positions. We don't want someone that has lost these notable fights to now beat one of our up and comers that we could really turn into someone to make a lot of money off of, especially when this dude's already on the brink of retirement. He can't lose all those fights and then beat someone that could be our next, big guy in the division. So I think they're going to do whatever they can to set him up to just ride off into the sunset already. But I have to, even if it's just blind faith, I have to pull for this guy and make myself believe that I think he's going to get this victory. Okay. I need it and I want it.
I like that. That makes it interesting, right? It makes you really want to tune in for it to see if you can get the job done. 96% picking Roofy. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. That's terrible. All right, so we got Lewis versus Hokit. Now, I'm a fan of both of these guys. I feel like it's a win-win for me, even if Lewis winds up winning this. Although I feel like now we're invested in Hokit. I don't know how you feel about this, but yeah, let me know your thoughts.
I feel about Derek Lewis probably the way you feel about Volkanovski.
Okay.
I used to like Derek Lewis quite a bit. And look, I think he's funny. I don't dislike him, but I could never root for him again. And I've been frustrated and let down time and time again. It's pathetic. I hate to see the guy. I have this visual that I can't shake, and it's multiple because he's done it multiple times of him turtling up. Just turtle constantly. No heart whatsoever. I think Hokit is going to embarrass and obliterate him. I think Hokit is an unbelievable athlete, and all these people that are saying, look at how many knockouts Lewis has, his punching power, and I say yeah, he hits like a car, right? So don't stand in the middle of the road.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do. And Hokit is too athletic for that. And all this, the way that he fought against Blades, it's like people don't realize that he was doing like Mankind. Like in the WWF, he was giving us a show. He was doing some playing possum. He was acting abused and hurt and winded, so that it could be more exciting for us. If Batman never gets beat up a little bit, the movies aren't going to be that exciting. So I think that it's an easy victory for Hokit.
Yeah, I believe it's imperative for Josh to take it to the ground. It's like that should be the number one priority. I know this guy's an athlete and whatever. I mean, it's going to be interesting considering the weight difference. And, there's like in the back of my head, I keep envisioning how Lewis knocked out Curtis Blades. If Josh gets anywhere a little reckless, he can catch something up the middle that would be just catastrophic for him. So I'm curious to see how Hokit finds a way to engage with the takedown. I think what he does is he just tries to tire out Lewis a little bit and then start working that wrestling in, maybe making him chase him around, horse around, say test that cardio a little bit, by the time he starts huffing and puffing, start shooting in there and then beat him up. But man, that kiss of death is there. It's just tough to pick Lewis when you're 41 years old and you look like a complete tomato can lately. Like, I mean, he's looked absolutely horrific. He's in great shape once again, but that means nothing. Like every time we've seen him in great shape, I think you're better off fat, Derek. I mean, it doesn't seem to help.
No matter, here's something that people need to understand. No matter what kind of shape Lewis is in, this is always going to be the shape of his foot. Like, I don't care if he has abs or whatever. His feet are flatter than the canvas. I've never seen a dude try to move around with flat feet like him. He's the most like flat-footed knock-kneed fighter I've ever seen in the UFC. Like his own, like I feel like if he walks around too much, his own knees are gonna knock into each other and knock him off balance.
Right, look at those feet.
He's the most. I don't even know how he gets around.
Look at that. He's like a duck.
See that curvature right there?
Yeah.
They photoshopped that. There's no way. Even that's too much right there. That's generous what they did right there.
You're right. Never noticed that. Yeah, he's got big duck feet. It's crazy. Huh. He's probably a good swimmer.
It's crazy.
Like it goes against the anyway.
I don't know what you mean.
It pains me to say that it's over for Lewis because I am a Lewis fan. And a lot of times when people ask me who's your top guys, like as a fan, who would you put on the Mount Rushmore? I put Lewis on it. I fucking love watching his comebacks, his sloppy ass fights. I love watching him. But this is the Hokit show. Hokit's gonna go there. He's gonna make a statement. He's gonna gas him, and he's gonna wrestle him. I don't think he's gonna be standing in the pocket with this mofo. If he does, that's gonna look crazy, man. Hokit is gonna be so much smaller.
Let me tell you what Hokit's gonna do. He's gonna knock him out, and then Hokit's gonna take off his shorts and say my genitalia was hot. That's gonna be boom, passing the torch. I'm telling you.
I hope he does do that. Yeah. He's been, and that's another thing. Hokit's been super nerfed with his trash talking. Have you seen any of the lead up videos? It's like he's himself. He's not doing as much of his shtick.
I saw a little bit of that, and it kind of made me sad. And I was like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, the UFC's pushing him back. I did see on Embedded he did that the Mexican character on rollerblades, which was pretty funny.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I gotta watch
very
that.
funny. So he was doing that, but you can tell like on his ESPN interviews, TMZ was messing around. He messed around with TMZ a little bit where he did that Chama bit. But the worst thing that the UFC is doing, and we should have started the stream with this, the fact that, or the show, I should say, the UFC is not having Hokit at the press conference. This is
Donald Trump is like, we need this guy there. And then that's the guy that they're not gonna have at one of the most important parts of the event. For a lot of people, that's the best part of the whole event. All the trash talk before.
Big mistake. You can pull him aside and say, hey, Josh, listen, I know you're going to be a little goofy and stuff. Or put a lot of security on the stage and just, separate him. Put Hokit on the side, or away from everybody, the Chama, whatever. But, you need him there. Like, what are we doing here? He literally stole the show the last time. Well, what? You're not going to have him on the stage? That's a big
It's like we're not talking about fighting. What are we scared of?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be raw and real and like, oh, anything could happen. It's gross how much they try to make it like safe and mainstream and I don't know, watered down.
Mm-hmm.
What are they protecting? Are they protecting us? Are they protecting the public of seeing violence before the fight?
It is like, and the fact that he's always wearing a bandana, a U.S. bandana, he's a proud American. Like, that's all he. Now, I understand some of his opinions where he throws it into a shtick. I understand it might upset certain parties out there, but it's all a shtick. Like, it's a clear-cut character that he's doing. It's very obvious. It's not. We know that's not him. So it's like, just let him do this shtick to sell some tickets or get people to show up. And not sell some tickets, excuse me. Get people to watch the actual event. Like, it's not going to hurt. Big misplay, in my opinion. But
those parties kind of need to hear those things that he said.
And he's right about everything. But, okay, we move on. All right, so we're agreement on that. So we both agree on Hokit. We're split on Chandler Rufy. We're split now. I might be on your side with this come Friday. But and we're on the same page with Garcia. Okay. So let's move on to the next fight over here. I like these quick cards because we could, it's not insufferable going through it. We got Zahabi versus O'Malley. O'Malley, the former champion against the Canadian. What do you think?
I think O'Malley's going to be back to his old self. I think he's going to be a sniper. I think he has really been handed a little portion of humility. And I think he's going to have to be a kind of like he did in his last fight, and which he was very public about. He was like, I cannot lose this. Even if I get booed, even if it's boring, I have to find a way to win this. The only tricky thing here is I've heard him now for this fight saying, I need to do this in style. I need to have a highlight so I can get myself a title shot because this is an active division right now. So where he could trip up is if he at some point gets a little bit too, maybe not necessarily confident, but a little too eager, a little too ambitious, and leaves himself open. But I have to assume at this point, because no matter what we've thought of him, no matter if he's had some funky decisions over the years, he's a sniper. He's a pretty clean striker when he feels like being composed and not getting ahead of himself and being wild. No discredit to Zahabi, but Sean O'Malley, when he is a calm, collected fighter, is hard to beat.
Okay, you ready for this? I'm
Ooh.
going with Zahabi.
Oh,
I'm picking Zahabi on this one, and I think he's going to squeeze out a decision. It seems like this is what he's been able to do. The question is, listen, you're 38 years old. He came in a little bit later. He's got 7 years on O'Malley. He's undersized, 5'8" to 5'11", and O'Malley's got the reach. Zahabi just knows how to win. And after watching O'Malley's last fight, O'Malley looked good in Song Yadong's fight when he, how he finished it. He finished super strong. But that first round, that slow start that O'Malley had, it made me question a lot. It made me think that, oh my God, the pressure's getting to this guy. Like he's feeling it. Now he's supposed to win this fight against this old man Zahabi. This is supposed to be a tailor-made easy layup for Sean. And now not only does Sean have to win this fight, but he's pressured to knock him out. Like he hasn't. When was the last time Sean knocked someone out? Excuse me, my sinus
was it Sterling?
It was, I think, the Aljo fight. Yeah, Aljo. And I gotta be honest with you, I think he was lucky. I think if Aljo didn't make that mistake, Sean's not knocking him out. I think Aljo wins.
I agree.
Right? So now let's take out that Aljo fight.
I just don't think Zahabi is Aljo though, is my thing.
No. I agree with that. I think as that fight would have went on, the Aljo fight, if Aljo didn't make that mistake, Aljo was hearing the noise too. I have a whole theory on that whole Aljo fight, but that's for another time. Like if you take out that Aljo fight, right? The last one was Paiva in 2021. I mean,
who the fuck is that guy?
Barely knocked out Chris Mutino. You know what I'm saying? You got Thomas Almeida, got a knockout there.
Dang, his record's kind of looking like Ilias.
I'm telling you right now, to me, I think that Zahabi has way less pressure. The fact that O'Malley is not only the American in this one, people are expecting him to get a knockout when realistically, I'm going to say this, Sean O'Malley's not a knockout artist. He's not. He's a decision guy. Like, if you think about it. And he's gotten exposed with Merab, and some people say he lost the Peter Yan fight. He just barely squeezed that one out. Right?
He did.
So I think Zahabi can do just enough in this fight to squeeze out a victory. I think it's going to be very close, but I'm picking the Canadian on this one.
This one for me is about as close as you can get with me just having to say O'Malley. But yeah, I will not at all be surprised if Zahabi gets it. I'm making a big assumption based off a lot of the stuff that it's almost like a psychological analysis kind of thing. I feel like he knows where he stands now, and he kind of got over himself thinking he was the next Conor McGregor and all. Hey, Conor McGregor was never even Conor McGregor. Mm-hmm. We're now realizing that, I mean, he wasn't the worst fighter ever, but even Conor McGregor wasn't what a lot of people thought that he was.
Yeah.
Hindsight. So I think that's.
Do you think O'Malley would have beat Aldo at 135?
No.
It's Zahabi beat him.
I
mean, it was O'Malley, a shit fight, but he beat him.
He seems very, I've said this a ton of times, he seems very fragile. Mm-hmm. And like, if he's sticking and moving perfectly and being untouched, wow, when he has those kind of fights, it's a beautiful thing to watch, and he's dangerous. But if you even touch him, he seems really fragile.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's not looking good for him.
Also,
I think
if we go coach for coach, we're talking TriStar versus the Lab, right? Or not just like O'Malley's outside of the Lab a little bit with Tim Welsh. So you're talking what's that for? What's his name? Faraz?
Is he related to Faraz Sahabi?
I think he is. Yeah. I think he's like,
because when I first heard the name, I was like, wait a minute, like the coach? I didn't even realize.
Yeah, he's the guy that looks like Ariel Helwani. That's like the big joke. But I think he is like a cousin or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's Zahabi's cousin or some shit like that. So if we go coach for coach, like
versus O'Malley's boyfriend,
versus his lover, like I would go coach. The only thing that I question is the age. That's the only thing, because this guy is 38, right? So it's like, I mean, yeah, he's winning fights, but this could be, this could be one of those fights that's just perfect for O'Malley. He goes in there, starches him. But I don't know, man. This guy beat Aldo, and that is better than, honestly, any win on O'Malley's resume. Like, yes, Sterling's a good win, but I got to be honest with you. And listen, that Aldo fight, I think some people, if I remember correctly, I think some people did think Aldo won that fight against Zahabi. I remember it being sucky, but regardless, he still got his hand raised. O'Malley's best win is really Peter Yan, right? And that was the squeeze out
Which he lost.
Yeah, which people thought he lost. So I mean,
even at that fight, I don't know if you remember, O'Malley after the Peter Yan fight, O'Malley looked like this. He was super depressed. You could tell he was like this. And when they raised his hand, he went. Even his coach in the back, right when the fight ended, before they did the announcement, he was like, he was holding on to the cage. He was all upset. And then when they called it, they knew it. And even when they put the mic in front of his face, O'Malley said something like, yeah, man, I guess we'll have to look at it again. Or like he knew it. There was no doubt. So I think you're changing my mind now. And I think, because here's what I was really clinging to. The emotional, mental arc that O'Malley's been through. And I just kind of made the assumption there's no way he doesn't come through far better on this other side, because I feel like he's really been humbled. But that only counts for so much when you start looking at resumes. So, yeah.
Excuse me, I had my mic muted. They were supposed to give him Corey Sandhagen, right? And that was what everyone was like, wait, why isn't Corey fighting him? And then they give him Zahabi, which feels like the easier win for O'Malley. But I think they made a massive mistake. I think Sandhagen beats him too, to be honest. But I think Zahabi, the fact that he's supposed to go in there and knock out the 38-year-old, I think Sean is gonna be so jittery that this is gonna be a fight that a guy that could squeeze out decisions in Zahabi, this is gonna be very favorable to him. I really do believe that's gonna happen. But we'll see, man. We'll see. It's supposed to be the O'Malley win, 81% picking O'Malley in that fight. Ooh. So a lot of people are buying into the O'Malley thing. I'm definitely in the minority on that one. By the way, I didn't check the look at this one. Hokit's 58% on Lewis. It's fairly close.
Wow. I can't believe that many people are going. That's just a lot of nostalgic people right there for Lewis.
Yeah. You know what it is, though? It's heavyweight, right? So I think if you're going to go with an underdog, heavyweight is the weight class you can kind of get away with it a little bit, because you got the kiss of death, right? Like flyweight, a lot of times, it's not like that. But in heavyweight, these guys got these bombs. All right, kids got to go to jiu-jitsu. So I got to get to this fight here. This is very important. Ciryl Gane versus Chama. Now we're in fight week. People have heard our opinions in the lead up on this, hearing which way we're going. But now we are here. Has anything changed, or are you still in the same mindset?
Nothing has changed. Cyryl's taking it. Pereira is doing a terrible weight gain. Heavier is not better. People keep saying, he loses heavy, right? He walks around this weight all the time before. Yeah, but not at fight weight. Not at fight weight. He's handling the buildup in a terrible way. Moving up to heavyweight is not going to change how Gane floats around, how good of a striker he is, how smooth he is. There's no amount of weight or aura or intimidation, no matter how many times you say Chama this week, is going to take that away from Ciryl. No matter how many people hate him because of pokes and cheating and hits to the back of the head and groin shots, that's not going to change Gane's attributes. I think Gane takes this one easily.
I'm with you, man. As we get closer and closer now, I will say this, Alex looks better. Like, he doesn't have that dad bod anymore. He was completely correct. His physique is becoming muscular. A lot of things I have problem with this. I think Ciryl Gane is a natural heavyweight. This guy, the way this guy moves as a heavyweight, not many do it. Actually, he might be the best moving heavyweight out there right now, which pains me to say because I can't stand Ciryl Gane. Alex Pereira's filming movies. Alex Pereira's got the new contract. Alex Pereira's already a champ in 2 other weight classes. He's already been there, done that. I feel like, yes, there is pressure because he's the face of the UFC, but at the same time, I feel like he is going to get eye poked, hit on the back of the head, kicked in the nuts to a loss. And Ciryl Gane will get the job done at any cost, no matter what it means. It doesn't matter if he has to hit him over the head with a mallet. Ciryl Gane will be the Frenchman who will be a double interim champion of the world.
And Pereira gets hit so much.
Yeah.
Pereira gets hit a lot. He gets caught with, because Adesanya was a good striker.
Mm-hmm.
Ciryl Gane's a good striker. They have the same kind of striking style, I guess, if you want to translate to heavyweight. Very similar style. If Pereira gets caught by Gane, what he got caught with by Pereira, and then when you remember how much of a beating Roundtree was putting on him, Roundtree doesn't move like Gane. There's just no way.
Do you think, all right, does Ciryl ever shoot in the fight? What do you think?
If he does, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't believe it. But I'd have to say, if I had to choose, I don't think so. I think he could. It would kind of remind me of when was it Adesanya that shot on Pereira? And it was like, oh, that's interesting. I guess against a guy like that, you could shoot on. So I guess I could see, Gane against a guy like Pereira. Okay, I guess I could see it. And he's been talking about it. Like, oh, people don't know that I also can wrestle and they think I'm only striker. But so maybe he's thinking about it unless he's trying to trick him. But I wouldn't be too surprised. I just don't think he has to.
No.
But it'd be fun to see him do it.
I think eventually Pereira's going to hit him with something. Something's going to connect, right? And I think Ciryl to throw him off, to make Pereira think, okay, because like I'm assuming this is a regular size octagon. I don't think this is an Apex size. I'm assuming they're putting normal size octagon in there, which will favor favor Gane, because he's a master at utilizing the entire cage. Guy dances around and eye pokes and gets away. Eye pokes a little bit more. So I think Ciryl Gane will be very good at using that cage. But at some point, I do foresee Alex being able to cut him off and landing, and that's when Ciryl Gane will threaten the shoot to kind of throw off the game plan of Alex. Because once there's that threat of the takedown, I feel like you have to start adjusting how you're throwing your punches or kicks or whatever, because now you have to think in the back of your head, oh, wait, is this guy going to shoot on me? Like, is that going to happen there? So I do think it would be incredibly beneficial to Ciryl Gane to just at least entertain that, or just put it in Alex's head at some point, so he's not super comfortable just doing that clunky march forward, rock'em sock'em robot thing, Ciryl Gane, unfortunately, for the win. Although I got to say, I've been an Alex Pereira hater. I will be rooting for Alex. I actually will be, because I would love to see a Pereira versus Hokit. I don't want to see Gane Hokit. I want to see Pereira Hokit. I want that so bad. So that's why I want Pereira to win, but Cyryl's going to get it done.
Wow. I think Cyryl's going to do it. And I've never been a Gane fan, but I think I'm also rooting for him.
Okay.
I've started to kind of dislike Pereira. I used to be such a fan. But I like, is Gane an underdog?
That's a good question.
Because I like to root for underdogs. I know everybody is like, oh, Pereira, you'll see he's going to make history. But it's not just that. I like rooting for underdogs, but I also kind of feel like Pereira has just been turning into that guy that's just in love with himself and just buying into the aura and all that. And I just hate to see it. And I know that's his thing, but I don't know. I'm kind of over it.
It's even. On my bookie, it's even. It's literally a pick'em. Dude.
Wow.
I would dump heavy money on Gane if that's the case. If you're getting Gane even money against Pereira right now, dude, what? That seems like a no-brainer. If you're a gambling person and you're thinking about value, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just looking at this as value, even if Ciryl Gane loses, if you're getting Gane even money against Alex Pereira, this guy was a middleweight. Like, I don't care how big he was. This guy was a middleweight, and he got knocked out by Izzy. Come on, guys. That's right there. Wow, how about this? Gaethje's he's almost a plus 400. Whew, holy shit. Now I'm looking through it. Bo Nickel is a minus 370. You got some value on Daukus. Garcia plus 129. Let's go. Zahabi a plus 330. Oh my, I might have to, dust off the old. Daddy's getting rich. All right. Anything you want to plug on the way out?
I still a lot of people don't know I still have a channel of my own. It's called Mexican Martial Arts. You could put it in the search bar. YouTube probably won't show it to you, but you could try.
That's right. Mexican Martial Arts, great stuff over there. The MMA holes, if you want to see my stuff. And MMAholes.tv, get your picks in. We don't make $1, but I got to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to playing the Pick'em League with only 7 fights, and there'll be about 40 ties since there's only 7 fights on the card. So that should be fun to try to figure out. We'll talk to you guys after this card. What kind of that's gonna be cool. Wait, the show. There's your odds. Man, oh man. Let's go Gane, right?
Oh, no. Oh, all of a sudden.